So you've been talking to this particular person for a while now. You guys vibe really well, and you guys also spend a considerable amount of time together. You guys are really deep into each other, but the problem is you cannot say that you guys are now official. You guys are more like officially unofficial. You're just in that weird position where you know that you guys are more than friends, but you're not obviously progressing. You're really beginning to get uncomfortable about not knowing where you stand in this person's life, but you don't know how to end things. This video is for you. This video was inspired by someone who left a comment on one of my previous videos asking me to talk about how to end situationships and how to end or leave friendships that no longer serve you. I'm going to make a separate video about how to end friendships that no longer serve you, but today I'm going to be talking specifically about situationships. For most people, situationship is not something you walk into consciously. It's more like you start talking to someone hoping that things will progress, and then boom, it's been months and you don't know what's going on anymore. It's really unsettling, and it's something that could potentially hurt you in the long run. So let's talk about how to get out. The first thing is acceptance. You need to get to that point where you tell yourself the truth that yes, I'm in a situationship, because chances are high that you've been living in denial all this while. Like, we talk every day, he buys me gifts, you know, when things happen to him, I'm the first person he tells. I mean, he must really like me. Maybe I should just give him more time. Maybe I'm the one that is being too hasty. Maybe I should take things easy. Let's just give him a little bit more time. More time? 6 months you guys have been in this lovey-dovey routine and you're thinking about more time. I know it's hard, but I needed to tell yourself the truth that yes, I'm getting emotionally attached to someone who is not willing to commit to me. And it's really important to do so, because sometimes this person has given you enough reasons to know and be clear that they're not willing to commit to you, but somehow it's just more convenient to believe that this person will eventually come around with more time. Yes, I think I should just keep doing what I'm doing. Let's just keep talking. Maybe I should put in more effort. He'll come around, especially if the person is someone who fits into the criteria or who has qualities of the kind of person we would like to settle with. Is usually more difficult. So you feel like maybe I just need to give him more time. I think I'm the one being too pushy. Meanwhile, this person has clearly told you that they are not willing to commit, or they've given you signs that you've seen clearly that they're not willing to commit. You've probably had the "what are we" conversation with this person, and the reply you got was maybe along the lines of, I'm not ready to be in a relationship yet, or I'm not certain I'm ready for a relationship, or I'm waiting for XYZ to happen before I fully commit into a relationship. It could even be things like, I've not heard from God yet, God has not specifically told me you're the one. Anything along those lines is indefinite and should signal a red flag to you that this person is not willing to commit to me or doesn't want this relationship in the way that I want it. If someone is undecided about you, but you still find yourself investing time, energy and emotions into it, you're clearly in a situationship, and you need to call it what it is and refuse to be the object of someone's indecision. Acceptance is pivotal in helping you come out of a situationship, because it helps you to adjust your mind from seeing yourself as a girlfriend in transit to actually understanding that you're just a pastime for this person, or at the very most, this person actually just sees you as a friend. So if you understand that this is how this person sees me, it now becomes important that you create boundaries to ensure that you're not giving this person the privileges of someone you actually committed to. It kind of like acts as a wake-up call to you, like, I'm acting like I'm in a relationship right now, but I'm actually single. So now that you've accepted that you're actually in a situationship and you've made up your mind that you no longer want to be in that complicated situation, then it's time for you to actually leave. So it's not wishful thinking, it's an action word: leave. This is the point where you're probably going to develop cold feet, because you don't want to be the bad person, you don't want to be the one who ended things, you don't want to be the one who jeopardized the beautiful relationship you had with this person. See, let me tell you, if you're going to be free from that situationship, then someone has to leave, and it's definitely not going to be him, because you're the one who wants more. He's just living his life while you catch feelings, so you're the one to call the shots. And the more you stay, the more emotionally injured you get. So don't wait for a perfect time. There will never be. So what do? Inform them of your decision to leave. And obviously, ghosting is not something you want to do. There's no need to throw blames or hurl insults at them. Just say what you want to say, be direct, be polite and honest about it. A very simple statement along the lines of, hello XYZ, I'm no longer comfortable with the dynamics of this relationship and I don't wish to continue it. As a result, I will no longer be able to hang out and accommodate your calls anymore. wish them well, and that's it. That conversation you're having is not a time for you to start recapping all the good memories you guys have had, how you're going to miss them, and all of that is so unnecessary. Just go straight to the point, and that's it. You're also trying not to convince them to change their minds towards you, because obviously you should never have to convince anyone to choose you. Now let me give you a heads up. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely going to hurt. I mean, you've had memories with this person. You've spent considerable amount of time with this person. Obviously, it's not going to be like a walk in the park, like you just say it and get out. But I need you to have in mind that this thing you're doing is you basically trying to take charge of your life and focus on preparing yourself for better opportunities. Another thing I need you to have in mind is you're not a bad person for wanting to end the relationship that is hurting you emotionally. And the people you're separating from, or the person rather you're separating from, is also not a bad person, because they're probably nice. They probably fit into the aesthetics of the kind of person you want to settle down with. In most cases, they're actually people you like. They're people that you would want to be with. Like, I mean, they're ticking the right boxes for you, and that's why it was difficult for you to leave in the first place. So think about it in this way, and not see yourself as a bad person, and also not see them as bad people. So after you've cut them off, the next thing you need to do is detach. So this is the time you actually need to follow through on your words and things you've communicated to them by not texting, by not calling or reaching out. You don't need to check up, and you don't need to be hanging around their social media handles or checking their WhatsApp status every day just to know how they are doing. You're actually not doing yourself a lot of good if you're putting yourself through that kind of emotional torture. Except it's inevitable that you cannot stop seeing him. Let's say you guys are always in the same environment, or you guys share really common friends. There's no logical reason why you should be wanting to hang out with him. Personally, I don't think it's necessary to block them. If you think you can't withstand the temptation of reaching out, or maybe commenting on their status, or following them on social media, then you have to block them. Desperate situations require desperate measures. Again, I'm going to say it. Resist the urge to try to check up. Yes, he's doing very well. He's fine. He's probably in another situationship with someone else, or probably even planning to get married. I want you to take note of this. Usually what tends to happen is when you start detaching, they start to come closer. But don't be fooled, because someone who truly values you or who wants to commit to you would not need an ultimatum to do so. And now, when you've made significant progress with detaching from this person, the next phase you will need to get into is the point where you actually heal. Because let's face it, this is something you've invested time, energy, and emotions into. It is definitely going to hurt, and a lot of times you don't realize how much you're hurting until you've actually detached from this person. It could really be challenging depending on how much you've invested into it and how the person treated you while you guys were together. Apart from mourning the death of that relationship, you're also hurting, and you're struggling to forgive yourself for even allowing yourself to go through that, that whole situationship, that whole phase. You're angry with yourself for letting your guards down. Like, why did I even get emotionally attached to this person? Why did I let it linger? Why didn't I see the signs? Or if I saw the signs, why didn't I leave earlier on? Why didn't I just leave when he told me he wasn't ready for a relationship? All that feeling can start to build up, and you start to feel resentment towards yourself and even towards him. What I would say is take some time to think about what happened and how you got to that point. At what point did you let your guards down? Were there signs you saw that you ignored? Why was it difficult for you to walk away and detach from this person? Just think about them in a way to understand what just happened and to understand yourself better, so that it doesn't repeat itself in the future. But don't dwell on it. Don't preoccupy yourself with thinking about them, what they did for you, how the relationship was, what you wished was the outcome of the relationship, all of that stuff. Don't dwell on that. Like, when you overconsume yourself with those kind of thoughts, you start to build resentment, and it makes it less likely that you'll be more open to being in a healthy relationship with someone else, which is also not good for you in the long run. Forgive yourself and forgive them too. Use it as a learning curve. Learn about yourself, learn about how you handle situations, learn about how you fall in love, learn about the kind of people you also fall in love with and the kind of people you should not fall in love with. Learn about how to draw boundaries with people of the opposite sex so that it doesn't repeat itself in the future. Like I said, try to distract yourself with more productive things. Get busy, set goals, and set your mind to achieving them. them. When you set your mind to achieving those goals, you have little time and energy to brood over what just happened about them, about the past, and you're more likely to move forward. As you achieve your goals, you will have a sense of growth and progress, and you appreciate yourself better, and you'll be consoled and proud of yourself, knowing that someone not choosing you doesn't mean you're not worth anything good. So really, it's truly my desire to see you walk out of that situationship, and I hope this video encourages you to do so. If you've ever been in a situationship before, at what point did you decide it was time to leave? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's it guys for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, like to signal to the algorithm that you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and let's grow into a better version of ourselves, one video at a time. See you in my next video. Bye.